Hello and welcome back to the only podcast highlighting the ups and downs of the Whitey Boys Play Games Fantasy Football League. That's right. It's the Whitey Boys Make podcast. It is Tuesday, September 17th, 2024. Grilling season may be over, but the fantasy football season is just beginning to sizzle. Fuck. My name is Corbett, and I will be your host this week, and I am one half of the 0-2 squad currently in the league. Like a hawk to a mouse, we are here to prey on the drama around the league. Let me first introduce the only undefeated co-host in the league, Sean. Sean, sitting pretty at 2-0. How have you been enjoying the football season so far?
I keep having to sweat it on night games. I've been seriously enjoying it because I've gotten two of the most fun types of wins you can get. A Sunday night sweat, and then a Monday night, is Devonta Smith going to get a touchdown? Devonta Smith is going to get a touchdown. So yeah, absolutely been loving it. Let's keep the sizzling going here, Corby. You know what I heard from our league mates today before we bring our co-host in here? I heard we need to keep our episode shorter. Let's see if we can do that today.
Now let's move on to the main character of the program. Of course, that's the anti-hero Colin, the bad boy of the league. Colin, what's up, dog?
I am the main character. You know, I'm one Jawan Jennings over Christian McCaffrey lineup setting on Monday from being 2-0 and having the most points in the league. So I'm happy though. 1-1 ain't a bad place to be.
Well, we've got a jam-packed show this week. Let's stop wasting time and open up a big old bag of mail. And boy, do I mean big. Look at all these comments.
Oh no! We have 38 comments? How are we possibly going to have a show less than an hour and a half, Corby?
We're not.
Impossible.
We're not.
Buckle in, folks. I hope you've got a long commute or whatever the fuck you do when you listen to this shitty-ass show. Let's start with Mike Bacanowitz here. He says, never been sprayed by a skunk. I'm goated. I've also never been sprayed by a skunk, but my dog was sprayed by a skunk, as we talked about last week. Thank God the smell is gone. The only thing that stinks in this household is my fantasy football team.
I got this one because this was like one of my favorite comments of the week, and it was number 2 of 38. If Mark Andrews has a million haters, I'm one of them. If Mark Andrews has one hater, I'm that one. If Mark Andrews has no haters, that means I'm dead. Win or lose, 0 points or 7.8 points. Questionable or IR. I will always hate on and never draft you. Even if other managers think you're elite. Bench Mark Andrews.
We're gonna get to Mark Andrews pretty shortly here. Let's keep moving. So Mike is on a tear right now. He says, I think Brandy's team has greener pastures ahead. The low score is to make other teams complacent. Watch out. We're dealing with a pissed off Brandy.
Prophetic from Michael.
Boy, that was prophetic, huh? We're gonna get to the beat down that Brandy laid later in the program.
Yeah, I saw this comment and I thought, that's not anger, that's just pregnancy hormones. But no, she was pissed and she showed it. I'll take the next couple from Mike here. I'm glad I'm listed as Mike B in the suicide pool spreadsheet. And yeah, that's just it's become an Excel habit of mine that Mike is just Mike B, because in the Big Master Fantasy Tracker, I had to separate the two Mikes. There's also Michael Corbett, I'm sure you're aware. So Mike, to me, in Excel, you are Mike B.
I received a text from Mike as he elaborates. Let me just read verbatim. I texted Corby this, but Burrow My Heart is one of my favorite team names since Who Wants to Be a Hillionaire. Top 3 for me are Who Wants to Be a Hillionaire, Burrow My Heart at Wounded Knee, and As Good as It Commits. Sorry for the narcissism here. No need to be sorry. That's a 5-boomer for sure. If I had Cooper Kupp on my team, I'd do an Indian in the cupboard pun to combat that. Whitey Boys WDPG, I can't even do it. WDBPGP special on team name / picture overall history rankings. It's hard since there's so much context around some of these names, picture changes, that it would be amazing. And I totally agree with this. I think the most fun part of fantasy football is making your team name after week 1, of course.
And this is now a call to the audience because this is hard. Yahoo history only saves everybody's ending picture for the year. So I can go back and report team names, but I can't get those pictures. Those are lost and only on your hard drives. So we need the people to send us their pictures and team name combination self-nominations for our fun time.
Colin, take this one.
Yeah, I want one. Mike said, "Great pictures, everyone." Thanks for giving me that one. He also said, "By the way, how terrible is the Yahoo?"
I don't understand it.
Oh, wait.
It's like
Yeah,
some executive said we need to optimize the app so that people accidentally click on like other news articles and getting them to bet. I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
My assumption was like, oh, they want to make like the daily fantasy and the gambling and all that stuff that makes them way more money easier. But then I was talking to Adam and he's like, yeah, I was trying to find that stuff. I think it's harder to find now because Adam does that stuff. So I don't know why they did it. Change just for the sake of change, but like it's just like if it ain't broke, like I feel like the Yahoo app was pretty like good. But honestly, like now that I'm used to it, it's not that bad. I do accidentally like when you click on like players' names or something, like articles will come up if you click on like the wrong side, if you know what I mean. So that's annoying. But was it always when you click on the score, it'll break it down for you, or is that new with the update, or do you know what I mean?
That is new.
I do like that.
I do like that too, but I think the entire UX team at Google, fucking them too, at Yahoo should be executed by firing squad.
Okay.
Nice measured take, Corby. Mike also says here, Alexander Madison is the Paladin champions to Jerick McKinnon's Overwatch. Oh, couldn't agree more there.
That's a hot comment.
Colin, you want to take this one? Yeah.
All right.
Really? I should take it? Sure.
Yeah, you should take it.
Eric, rare sighting of Eric Slinky here. He says Corby smells like poop. He's all about quality over quantity, Eric. So he doesn't show up much, but when he does, it sure is it's a gold nugget. Oh,
uh-oh.
Absolute shit.
Eric here also says, also, prayers for Justin. Prayers up. The only three comments that Justin has ever made.
We want to put this on the record here that these were the only 3 comments that Justin made, so I assume that he overdosed on fentanyl or something.
Right.
So rest in peace,
like
Justin.
June, right? It's like in June.
Yeah. Oh my god. Rest in peace to Justin.
All right, I feel like this one was for me. Thursday Night Football is on Twitch. You don't need those streaming sites. Mike, I'll do what I damn well please.
Oh, shit.
I don't need that streaming site when I have my streaming sites.
That's actually very helpful information because I think we have Amazon in the living room and I'm not logging into that on here. So good shit.
Mike here says, okay, yeah, sorry, Colin, you go.
It's like Corby should take it, but Mike says Keon Coleman because that's it with 1 thumbs up.
Corby replied, "Humph. Let's translate that to English." Here we go. Huh.
Thank you, Google. I'm sure that was well worth the millions of dollars that you invested. This is my favorite comment. Go ahead, Colin.
He says Jenna Fisher probably had oatmeal. Sure. Well, what do you like about it, Corby?
I just think that it's really weird that we talked about somebody mentioned Jenna Fisher and I totally forgot about it until I read the comment and I laughed out loud.
Now, this was the secret question of the week. I thought about giving, some extra shout out to whatever the people brought up. We would do a little segment on it. Instead, Mike, when we have you, not if, but when we have you on the pod this year, I want to have a Star Wars video games segment just for you.
That's what he can rank. He can power rank all 50 of them or whatever.
I like it.
Little teaser here. We're definitely going to be talking Star Wars Battlefront 2, Galactic Conquest. All right, moving on.
Yeah, here's Adam. He's here. Don't worry. I know you guys were like, wait, where's Adam? He's here. Don't worry. This first comment is classic user error from Colin. Well, Adam, you are a user error. So.
Oh shit!
Oh.
We have to explain Lil B to Colin 2024. I know who he is. I just don't know any of his music. Like I know, like Lil B took my bitch or whatever. That was like a meme or something. Like I remember from high school. But yeah, I can't name a single song about him or from him.
Confirmed. Colin, not based.
Not based.
I totally missed this one. Justin was off the whippets looking at Jonathan Mingo's stats.
Yeah, I just learned that Galaxy Gas is like a brand and not just a silly thing. Yeah, he was totally testing out the Galaxy Gas, looking at Jonathan Mingo.
He was way ahead of the curve.
Oh, look
and
at
here is our most liked comment of the week with 6.
I logged in from 4 different accounts to thumbs this one. No, I did thumbs it up though. Adam says I'm happy with Zach Ertz. We can come back to this one at the end.
Sure, we'll save your victory lap for later.
Adam, no.
Yeah, Colin. Let's. This was art right here.
Adam says, anyone else listen to the entire outro? My ears feel really good now. And Adam says it, or Mike says it was very soothing. Yeah, when I was editing it, I didn't really listen to it back, but then when I play it through my laptop, I don't know if, I don't think my sound card or whatever is built to handle it because it chops out or whatever. I don't know what you would call that to the audio.
No sound card is built to handle it. That was beyond what sound cards can provide. Like you said, art. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really intense. I really liked the air horns. I thought the air horns were really awesome. I think that we should do this more often. Is really what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean?
The whistles go. Oh,
that video. Yeah, that video took me back. What a great video. Cash, welcome back. Welcome back, Cash.
Thank you,
said,
Cash.
The Yahoo comments got me dying. Well, guess what? We've got another round of them later in the show.
And guess what? Cash was not the only one dying. Justin was as well. So thank you to you both there. I forgot that Chris has his name as Chris Colby Fantasy Football 4, and I took these screenshots an hour ago. Oh man, fresh skunk is mega stinky.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, agreed. So this I liked was a nice little crossover comment, I thought. Both on the how do you get rid of skunk smell and the fact that I was having Polish food during last week's pod. So put that pup in a big old pot of borscht, clean them right up.
All right, yeah. We mentioned Mark Andrews earlier in the comment bag here. I received a text message from Chris Colby this weekend challenging me to a bet. He told me that there was a comment about it, and I didn't see the comment, so I made a new comment with my weird ass photo. Okay, so Chris says Corey bet of the week: Mandrews over under 11 points. If he's under, I'll ice myself with a tall boy and send a vid to the pod. If he's over, you do the same. So I am not drinking right now due to solidarity with my wife because she's pregnant, and so instead I was going to take a liter and a half Mountain Dew and do it live on the pod and chug that and burn myself. Good news is that Mark Andrews did not hit the threshold, so roll the tape.
Good evening. Why do boys make podcast faithful? It's your boy Danger. I'm here to square up a bet that I made with lights out, with our beautiful co-host Michael Corbett. Now the bet was Mandrews over under 11 points. Your boy went with the over, and he didn't hit it. He had 9 and change maybe. I also traded him before this bet even happened, so we can get into that later. But the forfeit was to ice myself with the tall boy. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a tall ice, so we got a little tall nooner. Also, I got Jed TV going, but bet is a bet, and this is gonna go down the hatch for all you. Cheers, my friends. Oh, the cap on this thing sucks. Pardon me. Oh, I would have loved a tall Smirnoff Ice bottle right now. Those things go down nice. We're still going. Oh. There's no editing. There's no bullshit. We're just sending this down the hatch. That's what we're doing. Oh, it's cold too. That's okay. Gotta push forward here. We gotta do this. This is for all you. I love you guys. Oh God, it keeps going. We got a little tiny sip left. I missed a little bit. Bet's a bet. If anyone else wants some smoke, down to keep betting. Love you guys.
Wow, impressive. You've still got it, Chris. And you've still got more to say. Nobody can edit pictures like me. Yeah, this is after a long bout of praising just how, I wouldn't say low effort, but the fascinating amount of effort was put into the picture. So love Handcuff Hideout. And I can't agree anymore with this. The high of 5 booms is greater than anything I've ever felt. Corby, you've found a way to tickle our dopamine receptors as a fantasy football community.
I'm glad the boom meter is gonna stick around for a while. We love booming with the Costco guys.
Whole squad, indeed, booming. That's good. Boom.
All right, here, I can't show up for the Chris Bowl or the Cousin Bowl. To me, did he mean to say I can't wait, or does he mean he can't show up because like his team is not good, or like what does it mean?
I interpreted it as like, oh, I'm gonna have a bunch of no shows. Like my team's gonna be bad for this, and we will get into that. Here he says, "Let's go coin." The coin is staying on Colby Island. We'll see what happens this week. And finally, from Chris, can you guys talk about what happened with Shannon Sharp next pod? All I have to say is unk fucks.
I don't know what it means.
Roll the clip.
Wait, what is it? What happened? I forgot to look.
No!
I saw the comment, but I forgot to look up like what.
Allegedly, Shannon Sharp accidentally went on Instagram Live while he was having sex with a woman, and all you hear is moaning and him and saying, "Yeah, you're gonna take this dick" and shit like that. It's pretty ridiculous.
I gotta find that.
Yeah, you do. It's totally
yeah, I was gonna say if you haven't looked it up, it's a pretty literal comment. Unk fucks. There you go.
Is he on anything right now? Is he on any shows? Or I know you got.
I think he's on ESPN right now.
Okay. Here we go. This is me. Colin's here. Zach Ertz this season has outscored Travis Kelce, Dalton Kincaid, Mark Andrews, and Sam Laporta. That's 4 of the 5 top tight ends. Shout out to Trey McBride. I rest my case. Go peacefully into the night, my Scarlet Prince. I miss he's not on my team anymore. We'll get into it.
All right, I'll hit next slide. Oops.
Oh, whoa!
Oh, no, how did that get there? Oh, hold on. What's that, everybody? I'm getting breaking news. Breaking news, everybody. It's a trade alert. Live on the pod. It's not live. This already happened. Wait. Shit, wrong trade. Colin, let's talk about the trade that shook the league to its very core this week.
Shaker. So I think on Friday or Saturday, whatever the day was, it was the day before Christian McCaffrey went on IR. So that was probably Friday. Did he go on IR on Saturday? I sent out probably like 6 or 7 trades. And, just nobody in the league responds to trades. But Chris responds quick. I private messaged him, but I'm going to say it here anyway. Like, I want to give a shout out to Chris because it never took him like more than like maybe like an hour to respond to a trade, which was great. It was the classic keep countering. At one point, it was based instead of like the Pickens for Dobbins swap, it was Tyreek Hill and Cooper Kupp. Obviously, I wish I did that now. This was before I got hurt. I would have been sick. Instead, I lost Dobbins, which was kind of sad, and I gained George Pickens, which is okay. It's fine. Yeah, at 12:50, I think. Yeah, 12:52. So 8 minutes before kickoff, he sent me this one, and I was at work. I was like at my I was at like in front of I was just at like one of the workstations, and I opened my phone and I was just tapping at my phone. I was like, oh. I gotta do it. If I'm gonna do it, I wanted to do like maybe one more offer because I didn't really want to give away Dobbins, obviously, but I had to do it. I was like, this is it. Time to man up. This is what it takes when you make a trade. I think people think, oh, this is a bad trade, but Derek Carr looked great. He's been looking great the past 2 weeks. Dobbins obviously is awesome, and Ertz outscored Andrews. Obviously we'll see how that works out long term. But we'll look at Chris's score later. If he didn't make this trade, I think he would have scored even less because of the points he gained from Carr and Dobbins. Because Dobbins scored about 20 something more than Kamara. I mean, Kamara scored about 20 something more than Kamara. But the points he gained from Carr and not starting Pickens, like the the way the points work out, he wouldn't have, it would have been about the same score anyway. What do you guys think? If the consensus is that a bad trade, but like, especially if McCaffrey comes back sooner than expected, whether that is true or not, I feel like nobody knows anything about it, really, But if he comes back sooner than expected,
yeah,
it's an
I
amazing
think
trade for him.
the initial reaction, just because it was so close to 1:00, and we're all sitting there watching Red Zone,
Right.
and Alvin Kamara
They had a
is
crazy
actually
fucking
no,
game.
like legitimately the #1 scoring fantasy player this year. Like that fact made it really tough, right? But I'm kind of with you on like as more time has gone by, the more I really do see this trade working out for. I mean, I feel like I say this about trades a lot. I feel like it's a somewhat even trade. Like you said, if Christian McCaffrey does come back, week 6 or something like that, people say I'm like, oh, but Chris's team has got to survive until then. J.K. Dobbins has looked like actually crazy good. I don't know if that's just the matchups that they've had.
Right.
To me, the part of this that kind of stands out, you traded away Zach Ertz for Mark Andrews. Colin, do you think that was an upgrade for your team?
At the time, I did. Now, now I'm not. I'm not joking. I'm really not sure, but I would probably do it again, though. I mean, obviously Zach Ertz outscored Mark Andrews in both weeks he has. But I don't know how sustainable that is. He had 4 targets the other day, which like led the team. That team is just kind of a mess in the passing game. I don't know. I mean, the Ravens are kind of a mess too. But yeah, I don't know. But I would do it again. But it's definitely not as wide of a chasm. I wish he sent like just a McCaffrey for Kamara swap. I kind of wish I just did that. But it is what it is. Because I would also like to have Derek Carr. Because now I realize I have no like third quarterback. Because I have Fields, Russell. As like I have both the Steelers.
Yeah. So you've got like the handcuff, but yeah,
right.
Pittsburgh bye week. Oops. Right.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully it's not. I don't know what their buys are. Hopefully I got some time to pick up Andy Dalton or something. Corbett, do you have any thoughts on this trade?
Yeah, it was a bad trade for sure. 0 out of 10 for Chris, and fuck you for swindling him. Let's move on to week 2, please.
Send me the trade.
Before we get there, I'm sorry, Colin. I actually don't know what happened with this. I'd like you to.
What do you think happened?
Explain.
Adam sent the dumbass fucking offer, and I sent back. He sent what? Some shitty flex player on his team, like who I wouldn't even roster for Cooper Kupp because Cooper Kupp got hurt, and then I sent like Cooper Kupp for Rashee Rice, and then he sent this shit, and I just accepted it because like fuck him. I mean, not really, obviously. I'm joking.
So what do you do if the commissioner puts this through?
Yes, I mean I'm not checked out this year, but like I'm not like gung ho this year. So like I would have been. I thought it was. I mean it would have been fucked up for Tyler to do that. I knew he was gonna veto it, but like I wouldn't have been mad. I would have been maybe a little embarrassed. I would have felt bad for everybody else because it ruins the season for them.
New team name: Super Mega Hard Mode. All right, sorry, Corby. Week 2 has begun.
That's okay. We're on to week 2, and we're on to the highest scoring team of the week. That's Brandy, laying the smackdown on the commissioner, 137.5 to 176.66. I mean, the notes on this one here are pretty simple. We've got Tua going down on Thursday, being a bad omen for Tyler, and Brandy again. We're dealing with a pissed off Brandy at this point, and her quarterbacks show up. DK Metcalf and Nico go bananas, and it's awesome. It's a great win, great statement victory for Brandy.
Yeah, I'm only going to highlight a bench player from all of our matchups here. For Brandy, you've got to feel like Alec Pierce. You struck like, is it his second year in the league, right? You struck some like year 2 gold with this guy. Anthony Richardson might suck, but he's going to suck while he throws to Alec Pierce is what we learned. And for Cash, I'm looking at the bench and just thinking Keenan Allen out, Kenneth Walker out, TJ Hawkinson out. Sitting at 1-1, you've got to be feeling actually pretty good, even with Tua going down. So, I mean, that's really the thing that stands out to me is Tua getting placed on IR. You're leaning on Justin Herbert now.
Yeah, I think we all liked Tyler's team after the draft, and I still like it. He's won. Like if Tua stayed healthy and Mike Evans had this dud of a game and he still put up a decent score, so good for him. But awesome comeback game from Randy. My highlight here is Rashid Shaheed. I love him. I wanted him. I didn't get him, and he's had 2 awesome games because he catches deep bombs. He hits dingers. Whatever. You guys know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Big Curtis.
Shout out to Jaleel McGough.
Oh God, I know. Jeez Louise. That whole team is an absolute dumpster fire. Colin.
Oh, hey, it's me.
Yeah. Go ahead. Come on, let's hear it.
All right, so I played fantasy football this week, and a few of my players played. James Cook and Alvin Kamara came to play, and Geno Smith did pretty good. Everyone else, I mean, CeeDee Lamb did okay. Everyone else, I got carried. I remember at one point my projection was above 200, but then like everyone else just underperformed. Everything below Kamara is just so hard to look at. And Andrews is fine, and Swift okay, whatever. I mean, but it wasn't pretty to watch. I had Yeshiva slotted in over Dorj until like the last minute, but luckily it didn't matter. It's so hopefully brighter days ahead. Fields and Pickens are both kind of deflated because I know they had a bunch of big plays called back. I guess I didn't see because I wasn't watching, but I know there was a 50-yard catch and like also a touchdown that got called back on stupid penalties. So hopefully there are better days ahead for those guys. Cup is tough, so it's going to be tough days ahead. But Chris has a good team. He just had a tough game. Like, crazy ass Dallas. You count on a lot more from them, and he's got a good team. He was a worthy adversary. He just got a victim of the Kamara cost or whatever.
All right, my two bench players to highlight here. I'm going to start with Chris's team. You left your Dobbs on the bench. My goodness, the fact that Christian Kirk might stink. I don't know. You got to think about it next week. And for Colin, the obvious one is Mr. Yosivas, who had 2 catches for 7 yards and 2 touchdowns. Unbelievable. But the one I actually want to talk about, I didn't see this watching Red Zone. Jameis Winston, 4 rush yards, because apparently he's their short yardage back now. Did you see this?
Wait, was it an actual carry or was it like a...
He entered the game on 4th and short situations. It wasn't like a reverse kneel down here. Yeah, he's the 4th and short quarterback.
Oh, okay. I thought you made it sound like they were handing it off to him or something. That's cool. No, I saw it. I saw this. Yeah, I was like, what is this?
I'll flash it up here real quick. Jameis Winston, yes, season debut, 4th and short. He had 2 quarterback sneaks. And then a third, he handed it off to Jerome Ford, who scampered 36 yards.
Oh, my God.
Did you see the quote from Jerome Ford this week?
No.
It was something like, Jameis Winston calls plays in the huddle like he's telling us a secret. I love this guy.
Please start him. Come on.
You gotta.
Yeah, Fitzy owns Deshaun Watson. He wants him to start him.
Yes.
Yeah, my only breakdown here has been thrown out the window because Colin scores 159 points and then complains about it. So fuck you, Colin, and you get the fuck over it. You scored 160. Congratulations. Take your goddamn victory lap. All right. Next. Oh, never mind.
Oh,
Let's skip over this. No, I'm just kidding. All right, let me do this one. So me versus Chris. You can see the box score. It's not great, right? I mean, I'm talking about the omen of Tua going down on Thursday. How about the omen of Keon Coleman scoring absolutely 0 points on Thursday Night Football?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Absolutely sickening, disgusting, horrible, and just bad on my part for even thinking that he was a viable option when I could have gotten any other player on my bench in his place. And yeah, no, it's just my whole team is I scored 135. Great. Yeah. It's just a big fart.
No. I mean, you have a lot of highlights here. Zay Flowers and Neighbors obviously are awesome. I think a lot of people were watching this one with was Pitts the only one on Monday, right?
Yeah.
So I think he had like no, he was doing awful. I think like the last drive of the game, he got like 4 of those points or something. But it was a tough one. A lot of these. I think this one and Fitzy's game also came down to the Monday night, and this was just it was tragic. But you put your faith in Kyle Pitts, and this is kind of what you get.
You get what you fucking deserve.
You get what you fucking deserve. Fitz Corby's going Joker mode.
Give me a quick second to pull up some stats here. I finally got it pulled up here, Corby. Looking at the history of all 0-2 teams here, the margin of loss is the thing I'm interested in. Because in week 1, you lost to me by only a mere 4 points, and then you come up here this week and lose by essentially 2. So you're dealing with a -6, plus minus, sitting at 0-2. The worst we've ever seen before was somewhere in the range of 18. You are like 3x the unluckiness. I wouldn't be feeling too bad, especially with a team name like that. I think you got a lot to bounce back from here.
I'm not giving up yet. Let's go. Let's get this. Let's get this fucking shit going. All right. Let's go. Let's go to the infamously worst, quote unquote, worst team in the league. Eric against Adam, the juggernaut of the Chiefs, where Eric pulls off the absolute upset and sweeps everybody in their picks. The highlights are not that highlighty. I mean, Adams was great, but everyone else, your highest score was 18, and that was Daniel Jones. But, the thing about Daniel Jones is that he's not going to be able to play the Washington football team or the Commanders every single week. So, and they don't have a defense. So, congrats, Eric. Take your wins while you can, where you can, and we'll see if you can continue this hot streak and maybe hit a certain button. We'll see.
Oh.
Yeah, this is a tough one for Adam. This is what it's going to be. Is when the Chiefs don't do great, neither will he. And this is why I had him ranked very low, because I don't think the Chiefs are going to be much different from last year. And now Isaiah Pacheco's out for what, like the year? He broke his leg. He broke his fibula.
8 weeks. It's they said.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. Oh, I thought it was longer than that. Good for him. He's got super healing bones. He drinks a lot of milk. In the meantime, I don't know. I haven't really seen his bench. Looks like he's gonna have Zach Moss and as his RB2, and then I don't know who else he's got, but it's gonna be a tough ride for Adam.
Yeah. So on the one hand, so looking at the bench guys, on Eric's side first, how about the rook, huh? Jalen Polk, another 2 catches, 12 yards, and a touchdown. Way to keep that guy. That's going to be interesting. Now, Adam, he's playing my favorite strategy, which is my bench sucks. I don't care. I'm just going to cycle through and pick up handcuffs for Monday Night Football. So he ends the week rostering both Kenneth Gainwell and next year's potential who is this guy of the week, Will Shipley. Will Shipley scoring fractional points on Adam's bench for return yards. So shout out Adam on that one.
Shout out to Will Shipley.
Shit my pants.
What a Shipley pickup. Okay, yeah. So we've got Chris with the first sub 100 shit sandwich. Some would also call a Sando, 99.08, very close. And Mike cements himself in first place with 144.89. The gall of Mike to play Bo Nix, I respect it, and he still puts up 144 points. That's sexy. Breece Hall is sexy. Barkley is sexy. It sucks about Debo being gone for a while, but you got Rod God, and Rod God is unstoppable.
Look at these flex.
Ugly.
Holy fuck! I didn't even look down to see the 2-0.
That's all I could see. It had nothing to do.
Yeah.
I mean, you could say like, oh, the trade, kind of, I mean, he got Dobbins and Carr, but he lost Kamara and Pickens and like some guys he would be starting, so his depth was hit a little. As soon as I'm having to start these guys, and Jesus Christ, just like.
But I mean, like they are straight up real zeros. No targets for either of them. I want to see target as a stat. They don't even have that. Nothing.
Yeah.
Hop Douglas or Xavier Legette. Xavier Legette, he had 7 targets week 1. You think, okay, that's a really great sign. Maybe he's going to be better with Andy Dalton, but holy crap. Yeah, really hurts on that side. And Mike's not a whole lot better. Tank Dell only getting 2.3, kind of wild. And Cortland Sutton's new average might be 3.6 yards because he's getting the same number of catches and yards as last year, but doesn't have Russell Wilson bombing it to him in the end zone anymore. So that's got to hurt.
Yeah, Mike does have a good team though. This is probably I feel like this is almost like a floor game. Look, this is what I wish mine looked like, because I mean he has some bad scores, but it's nobody big, keeping him up. Breece is going to be awesome all year. Godwin's probably going to be really good. So yeah, good for Mike. I like Mike's team a lot.
Yeah, Mike had the balls to keep Aaron Jones on the bench. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
And on Chris's side, if I was you, I'd be playing Zach Ertz.
And finally, final matchup of the week. Fitzy goes to the promised land on Monday night thanks to Tay Smith having a great game, going over Taylor 145 to 135. Nice margin of victory here for Fitzy. Not shaking in his boots. He's got Jordan Mason. He's got Gibbs. He's got Marvin Harrison. Marvin Harrison was awesome. It was great to see him bounce back. Yeah, and Taylor is one of the top. I believe he's one of the top 5 scoring teams in the league, and he's 0-2, and that's unfortunate. So again, greener pastures, whatever. We're 0-2 together, my friend.
Yeah, great pickup though of Taylor right before, I think shortly before kickoff, of Hunter Henry, who would be one of the top waiver pickups of the week, and he scored, over 100 yards. Good job, Taylor. Look at all those cues though. Hopefully none of these. I know Mixon might miss some time, or maybe White. I think Amon-Ra will be okay. I don't know anything about Tajay, but good effort. Good job, Fitzy. I'm excited to see who is your next tight end, because it won't be Hunter Henry.
And it won't be Akins either. I'll tell you what, because of that, you can count on Jordan Akins. Put him in your DraftKings lineup this week. He's cheap and he's guaranteed to give you 10 points. Right. I'm dropping him. I can't wait to see how that goes. The interesting thing for me on Taylor's side, Joe Mixon kind of shitting it in the bed. It came down to a Sunday night hip drop tackle is what really won it for me this week. I'm not going to talk about bench players. I'm going to talk about the fact that, Corby, you kind of took it from me here. Taylor's 0-2. I'm 2-0. Taylor has scored more points than me this year. It's early. Everyone's really bunched up, but that's a tough one. Taylor, you're going to be good.
Yeah, bunched up for sure. We've got 8 teams at 1-1, 2 teams at 2-0, and 2 teams at 0-2.
Hey, I heard a lot of people asking, hey, can we do buybacks to get back into the suicide pool? And a lot of people were asking that because a lot of people lost this week. A lot of people on Adam, a couple on me, a couple on Cash here. So the way we've decided to play this out, it's just Chris Cloud and Taylor left for the $120 grand prize. That, I think, is that more than that's going to be pretty close to winning the league levels of payout here. So what we're going to do here is we're going to see how they do, just the 2 of them in a 2-horse race. If one of them or both of them loses this week, we'll start it back up for week 4. So we'll just have a brand new suicide pool, because this was a lot of fun for me. Having to sweat the Chiefs' final drive because I'm like, I want Adam to win so bad. An extra layer of fun to fantasy.
What an absolute tragic week too for everybody. Holy shit.
Yeah.
We just got wrecked. Before we move on to comments, we should talk about Fab and transactions. And is there anybody, like, who do you guys think is going to be the most expensive player besides Andy Dalton? I think Andy Dalton would probably be the most expensive player.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like there were so many injuries this week that people are going to need the positional players. Speaking from myself, who lost Cooper Kupp, Debo, AJ Brown. Yes, AJ Brown, right? Fitzy, you got him. They say he's going to be out for a couple weeks.
Yep.
All these players, Pacheco. So speaking of Pacheco, I mean, Carson Steele's the hot name. So Fitzy does not like him though. I see him as a Peyton Hillis type. I think he'd be awesome.
That's Peyton Hillis type, a real gym rat. Yeah, scrappy guy.
They did bring it. The Kareem Hunt could be the pickup. Samaje Perine, although I think Corby has him, right?
He's on my roster. I love the Perine machine.
Good work, Corby.
So that's great. I think I'm sure he'll get a lot more runs. So we'll see. I don't know. Quentin Johnson. Looked great. Apparently, had 2 touchdowns. I didn't see any minute of football, but I looked at the stats. What do you think, Vince? You don't like him either?
Anyone who got 2 touchdowns on that many targets, I don't know. He could be good. He could be good. I'm still a Lad McConkey guy. Still love me some Lad.
You mad lad.
Other than that, I mean, the Rams guys, Tutu's out there still, because they're down Kupp and Puka now.
I'll tell you that the interesting note for me this week in pickups: how much fab is going to be spent on Evan Ingram? He's got a hamstring. He's got a hamstring problem. But you look at our league and you sort by percent rostered. 91% rostered in Yahoo leagues, and he's on our waiver wire.
Who's that?
Total
Cash?
anomaly. Cash dropped him. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he just rage dropped. Like, fuck this guy. Because does he have someone in his IR or something? It's just crazy it's just such a. It's a strange guy to drop.
I like the move. I think Evan Ingram,
Yeah, you never liked Evan Ingram, but
we have history, Evan Ingram and I. So I think that's the drop of the year for sure. Let's
Well,
go.
as somebody who currently needs to pick up a tight end, I think the next option after him is like Greg Dulcich or Mike Gesicki. So it's something to consider. Like we are actually very thin at the tight end position this year because everyone's rostering 2. I did not see this coming during the draft, obviously.
Yeah. You mentioned Dalton. Oh, go ahead, Corby. Did you have more to say about that?
I was just gonna say that the tight end swag strat is reaching new heights for the league.
Everyone, yeah.
But yeah, Chris Colby's definitely going to be playing. Who's his other tight end besides Ertz that he played this week? I don't remember, but he's probably going to be flexing Ertz this week coming up, hopefully. Besides Andy Dalton, though, there's also Skylar Thompson as a starting quarterback. Do you guys think he'll go for?
He's got the next 4 weeks, and he's got Tyreek, and he's got there are reasons to think that Skylar Thompson's going to be good. I don't think those things. I'm just speaking out loud what someone's probably dropping $20-something on him for.
I was hoping to pick up. I went to put in a claim for Thielen. Taylor owns him. He is not a manager who ever checks his trade, so that's a bummer. But that's okay. Did you guys have any more names? I don't know.
Nah. Let's move on.
Yeah, Colin, why are you excited about Adam Thielen?
Because Andy Dalton is coming into town, and the Panthers are actually going to be able to move the ball.
That's right, because Bryce Young is moving on to greener pastures.
That's correct. Let's go. It's Corby's Crazy Comments of the Week, brought to you by Yahoo Comment Board. First of all, I had to go to Bryce Young and see what the fallout there. Saul says, just put the fries in the bag, bro. And then Ed also, in a very similar fashion, said, just saw him at the Burger King window. He gave me my Whopper.
That's crazy, bro. He's so bad.
He's so fucking bad. Spoiler alert, I plan on dropping him tonight.
You don't say.
Roster. He will be off my roster, and I will not plan to pick him back up.
He's the type of guy that even if he gets named starter again later this year, I'm not picking him up. What am I hoping for? Am I hoping for him to hit his ceiling of 7 points? Come on.
He's like worse than Zach Wilson. It's just it's awful. And he might be your reverse totem, Corby. He might be the reason you're 0-2, you know? He might be.
He could be like a tumor or cancer or something. And if I get rid of it, my team will go into remission and be feeling much better. We'll see. You know, he was like the least pressured quarterback of all quarterbacks last week.
I saw that too. Yeah.
That guy is a big, stinky, wet fart. What else we got here? We got this was just an absolutely ridiculous one. I want to make a note here that we're getting the warning here that you need to follow community guidelines. I couldn't get rid of it because this was the top comment that I had caught 1 minute before I joined. So Keenan Allen, Brad, a Panthers fan, says, since he is out and sitting on the bench, I'm surprised they don't have a 2-ton floor jack under the bench where he sits to keep it from tipping over. I mean, like, the joke about him being fat was a joke. I would never fat shame Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen is like maybe my favorite wide receiver in terms of fantasy of all time. I love Keenan Allen, but this is just going one bridge too far.
Yeah, this was very detailed. I'm always interested in people who have pictures for their comments, and they decided that if you look real close, this is the PNG background for a Panthers logo. Smushed. It is smushed. So Brad really wanted this, but he wanted it in the wrong way.
You know, I remember when they first made the Yahoo discussion pages, and I was really excited. And it was the Wild West. I don't think there were there was no moderation, and people were. I think they had automatic censors, so you couldn't swear, it would change but there was no, I make some comments now that are a little saucy, and I get an email saying it didn't pass the grow up. They're violating my free speech, personally, if you ask me.
Let's move it on. He gets, Thanos snapped out. And DeMarcus Robinson, I like this one a lot, Corby. People are crazy with the ASCII art in the Yahoo comments.
It's fucking beautiful, dude. I love it. I should have liked it. I don't know why I didn't like it. It's excellent. I mean, I guess he was bad. He's probably gonna be better, but my God, this is literal art. I love it.
Yeah. And I've got 2 very late additions here to throw in. I had fun with. I liked this one.
Why were you on Jake Bobo's page?
Specifically because I thought there would be fun comments. I like Jake Bobo. What can I say? And the best one I found recently was he outscored Tank Dell. That's all.
Is he on the Seahawks? Who's Jake
He's
Bobo?
on the Seahawks.
Okay.
Yeah. Another one was Bobo Boy. Yeah. Anyway, after Jake Bobo, this feels like the fun section of the pod. So I wanted to throw in an NFL meme that I saw this week.
Oh man, that's genius, brilliant, beautiful.
Okay, Corbett, ending with you here.
Let's end on a high note here from Adam. For some reason, I ended up on Foster Moreau's Yahoo comments. Adam says, "I hate you and I hate Evan Ingram."
13 thumbs up.
13 thumbs
a well liked comment here. Yeah.
One of the most likes I've seen on a comment in quite some
Zero dislikes.
This is the part of the show where we would do the name change breakdown, but we weren't. There were no name changes. I mean, there was a mid-week name change where Chris changed his name to In Trouble and Stupid, but then he changed it back after he beat me. So
I changed my name. When Christian McCaffrey went on IR, it went from Markdown to Super.
I like that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Fine. We don't have it here, but I'm gonna rank it. I will rank it 1 boom. I don't.
A hater tonight.
I am.
Oh, I get it.
All right, Corbett. What do you say? We move on, huh?
Let's move on. Oh God, me here. All right. So it's me versus Adam. I'm not Adam. That is Eric. That is Eric, and I'm going against him, and I'm assuming I'm going to lose because my team is not doing great, and but I do need to make a lot of moves this week. It feels like they're going to be putting a lot of bids in, so I'm not starting Keon Coleman. The assumption is that Jordan Love will probably play. Just assuming, because if he doesn't, I think my saving grace here will be Daniel Jones playing against Cleveland, and it's just going to be an absolute bloodbath for Daniel Jones, in my opinion. But that will be probably affect Neighbors as well because they have a good secondary. Yeah, I'm still going to take myself for this week because I need to, and I need to be confident and win a game for once. So with that, I'm picking myself, and I'm also picking myself as the lock of the week.
Yeah,
I love that. I love that, Corby. Let me tell you, you were in lock of the week contention for me as well. There's just a lot about Eric's team that I think you got him on a good week to get him. You know what I mean? Justin Jefferson being questionable. I don't know if we know that he's playing. Kenneth Walker also questionable, right? Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong screen. Corby, you were also in lock of the week contention for me here. I think you're just getting Eric on a good week. Zach Charbonnet being RB2. I mean, we keep laughing at the RB2 slot, but it's hard to look at any single digit projection. I love Lamar against Dallas. I love Joe Burrow against Washington. I think it's a bounce back spot for him. I'm very interested to hear what you think that Jerome Ford is going to do. That's like the X factor for me this week.
It's definitely up in the air because Donta Foreman he's back, and he rushed the ball. He had more touches than Ford. Not that Ford had a bad game. He had limited touches, but he still ran great. I hope that he can do better than he did last week for sure.
Yeah. I'm picking you. I'm not locking it. I'm picking you though. I like your team. I like the stock.
Yeah, this is definitely a get right game for Corby. Eric is last in the league in points scored, so I think this is a great spot for you. I think you got you have a great team on paper, Corby. It's looking good.
Shut the fuck up! I'm not saying that shit. It's so fucking annoying and like patronizing and ugh.
It is.
You do have a couple holes. Terry, I know he's projected for 10, but I don't know if he's going to score 10 all year in that offense. Not his fault. It's never been his fault. He's just never had good luck. And the Keon Coleman thing. That's so crazy that they have him for 10, but that maybe sure.
No way. I will not be starting him. There's absolutely no chance.
Yeah. So, but regardless, I like your team better than Eric. Is Kenneth Walker maybe going to play? And that would hurt Charbonnet probably. But give me Corby in a get right game, and I also want to lock this one up. This was going to be my lock of the week.
Welcome back, as always, the number one guest in our hearts and the number one guest on this podcast. It is the coin.
I don't know how this is possible that this keeps happening. This is like 3 times a year I can't find the coin. And the coin lives on this one desk. So today we're going to be flipping the corporate card. This is heads. This is tails.
Be careful showing those numbers.
Oh, sorry. Well, okay, never mind. I take it back. This is my HSA card, and there is $0 available for you to take out of it. So good luck, hackers. Let's see what the card thinks.
And the card agrees.
The card is swiping Corby.
It's a clean sweep. All right, here we go. It's Colin. He's 1-1. He's coming off a good game with Alvin Kamara, and he's going against Alvin Kamara's biggest fan, Randy, who's coming off the highest scoring week of the season score of the week, and I think I was second. Is this a battle of the Titans? No, because I don't think Alvin Kamara is going to score 45. James Cook probably not going to put up a 30. I think they'll both have good games, but I think my flexes, losing Cooper Kupp, my flexes are now Swift, Hill, and right now Yoshiva's. Hopefully, I can pick some people up because it's not looking good. If I was a normal person, I'd pick Brandy, but I'm me, so I'm picking Colin. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm sticking with Bay here. I'm going with Brandy, and the reason is I like the quarterback matchups. I think those will be high scoring games. I think that'll be awesome. I also feel like the Minnesota and Houston game will be high scoring. I can see it going wrong for Seattle because I just feel like they're not going to need to do anything besides run the ball because I don't think Miami is going to be very good. As long as Brandy can get Zamir White out of the lineup, I think that's going to be great. And because my God, please do it. And I'm a big hater on Colin this week, so yeah, give me Brandy.
Another one that has been in lock of the week contention for me here. Here's my breakdown. Colin, I like your running back position better than Brandy's. Brandy, I like the quarterbacks and the wide receivers and the flex and maybe the defense. So I'm going to be taking Brandy here. I think this is kind of a clean across the board. I just like the team better. Yoshivas might get 2 touchdowns again, but he also might get 2 catches for 12 yards. We'll see.
Love the 2 tight end flex.
Absolutely.
Who's got this one? I don't got this one.
All right, I'll take this one because we got a Chris Bowl alert, and it's a bit. Let's see how full the bowl is. Well, Yahoo thinks that the bowl is about 71% full of Chris Cloud. My only real call out for this was, since when is Chris Cloud's name Chris Cloud in Yahoo? I think he went in and updated that, and I think he did it for us. That's very kind. That is like the nicest thing. If I saw this and he was a 29% underdog, I'd pick him and I'd make him lock of the week. That's good juju. But I get to see this while he's a 71% favorite. This is the easiest lock of the week I've ever had. Apologies to Mr. Chris Colby. I'm locking in the Cloud.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Chris Cloud too. And Fitzy, thank you for pointing that out. There was a Yahoo name change this week, and it was Chris Cloud. So, Chris Cloud, thank you for being very kind and very helpful in understanding who each of these people are. You get 5 booms on the boom meter. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, definitely going Chris Cloud here. No Tua for Tyreek. You gotta get Rico Dowdle out of the lineup. You gotta get Tyler Algier out of the lineup. But who are you gonna replace them with? I guess we'll see after Fab or after waivers go through. I hope you make some moves, but I hope they're not my guys.
Corby, you just mentioned you gotta get Rico Dowdle. He has to get Ray McLeod out of his lineup.
Okay.
He has to, for the love of God. And I don't think I mentioned it. The coin or the card here is also locking in Chris Cloud. Colin, is it going to be a full round here?
Yeah, I can't pick Chris. I'm sorry. It's his flexes are in contention with me for just like the worst in the league, and then he also has Jacoby Myers on his wide receiver spot. it's just it's a tough. I like his quarterbacks. Like 50 would say, I like his quarterbacks more. That's about it. Yeah, give me Chris Cloud, easy. Zach Ertz though, good. He continues to be underprojected. Insulting at 5.5. Yahoo.
Okay, next matchup is Taylor versus Chris P, where I think this is no longer am I going to be talking about lock of the week contention. We've got some really good matchups in the back half here. We've got Joe Mixon coming off of the hip drop. If he plays and he's strong, I like the flex here for Taylor. Meanwhile, on Chris P's side, having Mr. D. Robinson already in the lineup, where a lot of people are going to be scrambling and asking how much fab am I supposed to be dropping on this guy, that's just good preparedness. Devon A-Chain is going to score more than 16. Jalen Walls is going to score more than 12. Maybe. We'll see.
No, probably.
Yeah. Saying that out loud, yeah, give me Chris P. He's no longer in trouble.
I think I'm actually going to take Taylor here, although this is assuming, health here, but I'm just going to take Taylor anyway. I think a few of Chris's players are just a little overprojected. I think Jamar Chase and that whole offense is just like, I don't know what's going on. He wasn't good last year either, really, for a lot of stretches. I owned him a lot. I don't know if he's just mad about his contract or whatever. And then DJ Moore, that offense is also just so bad. So I don't know. But he's got the 2 tight end flex. But regardless, I'm going to take Taylor. I think just like Corby, he needs that get right game. His team is scoring decent points, like you noted earlier. So yeah, give me Taylor. I believe in him.
I really want to pick Taylor, but I just think that the question marks at his stars or his great players are just too much for me. And I don't want Taylor to go 0-3 because it makes me feel bad because nobody should go 0-3 to begin the fantasy football season because it's demoralizing and horrible. But I got to pick Chris P here for those reasons. Sorry, Taylor. I'm taking Chris P.
Quick pause. Did I mention that the card is taking Chris P?
I have no recollection of that.
Okay. And the card is taking Chris P as well.
Okay. We got Tyler versus Adam. These guys used to work at Big Y together. I'm gonna mention this every time that they play each other. I just want it to be known that they used to work together in the deli. Wow, look at these projections. My God, 2 sub 130 projections is not a good sight. I mean, it really Adam's ride or die with the Kansas City Chiefs, right? But he's got Zach Moss as his RB2, which is kind of disgusting. But I do like Tony Pollard a lot. And as long as we get Jefferson and Herbert and Kenneth Walker playing, I think that Tyler can have a great week. And I just looked at his tight end spot. Saw that it's Shoemaker, whatever the hell his goddamn name is. I'm sure that's going to change before.
Yeah, maybe he'll pick up Evan Ingram.
Maybe he'll pick up Evan Ingram.
Or if Big Ferguson can't play, he'll just play him and his projection will go up. He scored 10 points last week.
Sure. Fair enough. For that reason, fuck it. I'm gonna take Tyler. Let's go.
I'm also going to take Tyler. You hit the nail on the head. Adam had to hit some big losses this week, or at least big loss with Pacheco, and now he has to play guys like DeAndre Hopkins. And again, I'm Matt Stafford is playing the Niners, and he just lost Cooper Kupp. That is a dumpster fire offense, probably, but it's Sean McVay, so he'll probably make it look decent. But yeah, give me a Tyler. Yeah, fuck you, Adam. Not really.
Yeah. I'm sorry to say it, Adam. The card is swiping left on Tyler here, and I'm also going to be taking Tyler. It's just too many Chiefs. Just too many Chiefs. Maybe it'll work out. Maybe they'll score 40 on the Falcons, but until it happens, give me Ty. All right. The thing is that I do want to highlight here, I said the last 3 matchups are great. This one, despite the poo-pooing, these low projections, potentially game of the week. I don't believe that this last one is game of the week. I need to see more than 1 point here in the tight end slot. My DMs are open. Please trade me your third tight end because it's sure better than what I've been doing. I don't even like Dalton Schultz, but just seeing a big fat 7 here would make me feel so much better. And until I see a better number there, I can't do it. I'm taking Mike.
I mean, I think this is absolutely the matchup of the week because we have the only 2-0 teams going after each other. Something's got to give, right? Somebody's going to be 3-0, and someone's going to be in the thick of 2-1 with everybody else. I think I'm going with Fitzy, and it's hard for me to pick against Mike because I think Mike's team is awesome. But I just like the quarterbacks better. I think Bo Nix is absolute dog shit. He sucks. The entire Broncos offense is completely unwatchable, horrible, not good, very bad times. It's just not. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good sailing for Mike as long as he has to keep starting the Broncos. Not good. He's got no fucking what the hell's his name, Debo. It's tough sledding for Mike. I think Fitzy, you're going to 3-0.
Let's see here. Addie, do you think Fitzy or Mike is going to win?
Fitzy.
All right, I'm taking Fitzy. It's an easy pick for me.
That's a great pick, Addie. Great pick.
And the card is picking. Did yours say it? I don't even know.
The card is putting me on Mike Island. Huh? The coin's taking Fitzy.
Huh?
All right, Corby, is it that time already?
Oh, it's time to empty out our wallets because it's time for bets of the week. I want to make a Derek Carr bet.
You mean
All right,
David
but first, let's talk about what transpired last week. I'm a dumbass, and I made a bet about Keon Coleman over under 1.5 catches in the second half. He got 1 target. That was great. Awesome.
No.
Corby No is my favorite bit of the week for sure. It's great. We also had James Cook going for 4 touchdowns, where Fitzy said yes, he would, and Colin said no, and he did not. We also had Colin's tight end versus Fitzy's tight end, which was Mark Andrews versus Jordan Akins.
Well,
I think we all know how that one went.
Yeah, I mean, we can. I didn't like finalize this one just because I feel like it was almost more like a Arts Akins bet. I mean, that still would have been me, but
No. It was whoever ends up in your
all
tight
right,
end spot.
sure,
Yeah.
okay, all right, then I guess I'll take it. What else we got for Corby?
I made another dumbass bet, Bo Nix versus Jacoby Brissett. This was a close one, way closer than the box score would tell you, because Bo Nix was absolutely fucking horrendous. He lost to Jacoby Brissett 8.34 points to 10.56. We had another Broncos-based bet where it was Javonte Williams versus Jaleel McLaughlin, and Javonte ran away with it with an astounding victory of 11.5 to an astonishing 0.6 points from Jaleel McLaughlin. And we also made this one we made on Sunday, Fitzy and I, where we did Zay Flowers versus Devonta. Did we make that on Sunday?
No, it was on the pod.
Yeah, this was
Oh,
on the
did we
pod.
really? I thought we made that on Sunday too. Anyways, we made the Malik Neighbors one on Sunday. So it was Zay Flowers versus Devonta Smith, where I squeaked by and got lucky with the 22.1 versus the 20.6.
What was the Malik
All right.
Neighbors one?
It was Malik Neighbors versus Brian Thomas Jr.
Oh, nice. There you
Yeah,
go.
let me just. I was pretty bet happy on Sunday. Happy to see my friends. I will not be repeating the bets that I made. None were well informed.
Give me some highlights.
No, it was just all like 5 minutes to kickoff. I will say yes to anything type of I bet Corby that there would be a return touchdown during red zone. That's not very likely, but yeah, I'm gonna take it. I want to be excited. So.
Right, I like it.
Okay. I already buried the lead. I want to make a Derek Carr bet. I want to make a total touchdowns on the season bet.
Wow.
So he's currently sitting at 5 touchdowns, and there's just I like to set the I'm trying to think of a line that I'm comfortable with and that you guys would be comfortable with. How do you guys feel about 34.5?
I would slam the under harder than I've ever slammed
Okay.
anything in my
Okay.
life.
Yeah. So okay. So how
I was
about
gonna say like 25.
25 is good. I would maybe. Would you? What about 27.5?
I would hit the under, but I don't know about you guys.
Here's the thing. I
Ricky loves
love
Derek Carr.
betting on Derek Carr. I would take the over on 27.5.
I would also take the under. On
How much
so-
do you love Derek Carr, Fitzy?
I think I want to make this a 1v1, if that's okay.
Yeah, take it with Corby. Corby's bet. He's a 1v1.
Corby, you got it. You got it.
All right.
All right. Corby, we don't talk about other leagues on this, on this podcast. But for the third consecutive week, I am facing you in a fantasy league. And for the third consecutive week, one of us has Devonta Smith and the other one has Zay Flowers. This time it's you with Zay, me with Devonta Smith. This is in the of course, epic 2 tight end league. I'd like to just run it back once more because one of us has got to be rooting for one of these guys again.
Yeah, I'm in. Let's do it. I'll take Zay.
All right, I'll take Devonta Smith again.
Awesome, great. He's not done me wrong so far, so I'm in on Zay.
I also want to target you, Corby, on one. Because earlier in the pod you said, who do you think is going to be? Do you think Andy Dalton's going to go for more than? I assume Carson Steele will probably be the highest next one. Do you think Andy Dalton will go for higher than Carson Steele?
I in the 15-minute break that we took during this time, I have changed my mind, and I think Carson Steele will be the most expensive player.
Did you change your mind, or did you change your?
I changed my mind, if you know what I'm saying.
All right. Okay, then let's do a Carson Steele. Well, that's tough because then you're showing your hand a bit. Well, let's do it.
No. It's because we're friends, and this is happening before waivers go. I'm not putting a bid on Carson Steele. I already have Samaje. Okay. I'm just gonna see how that shakes out.
That's a good.
I will be putting a bid on him in other leagues. But what did you want to set the over under on for?
We could do over under, or we could do closest to the pin, like we sometimes
close
do.
to the pin, so we can get Fitzy involved too. I think it's fun. Right. Yeah, I like that.
And let's just exclude our bets or our bids, right? Does that seem right? Or
all right, and let's do it. I've got a new idea for closest to the pin because we normally have a bit of an advantage to whoever goes last, right? I'm gonna write mine down.
Oh, that's genius! Yeah,
and reveal it when we're done.
Okay, I like that.
So let's all do that.
I'm getting my paper. All right.
I don't have. Oh, I'll use my phone.
Colin, since this is your bet, why don't you call out what order you want people to reveal in?
Okay, 1 second. Is there like a notes app on iPhones?
You can even text us if you want. You can write it as a draft text. or go to $12.com and just show us that website.
There we go. Here it is. Okay.
So many text options.
All right. All right. So I guess if two of us pick the same one, it's like a 2v1 maybe? Or
we'll flip the card to see who gets that one, and then the loser will go $1 higher. That's how it'll go.
All right, I'll go first. It'll be me, Corby, Fitzy. All right, ready? I'm going this one. Oh, is it backwards or no?
Is that 60?
It's 60. I think it'll go.
Holy shit!
I think people are gonna spend early, think they're Kyron or something, and they're gonna go 60.
Okay, so I went a little more conservative here. I'm going with 27.
All right, we did not have a tie because I'm going. Oh shit, that was my tribal council. 51. We're going 51.
Damn. Wow. Okay.
A novel closest to the pin. Great work, Colin.
Corby, you got a lot of ground there, so that's a good. Even though it's a big number, it's a or a small number, and we're big numbers. It's a
Yeah, I think I'm just going off what I would spend on him, and I feel like 20. Like I feel like I don't like. I'm dying for a running back right now, and I don't know how that situation is going to shake out. So I feel comfortable with a $27 bid. I don't know. Is okay. I'm proposing this bet to both of you. I think that there will be an overtime game this weekend.
Oh
pa-
no.
I'll pass. You guys do it.
You don't
I
have to. Fitz.
also do think that there will be one. I'm
There
feeling-
will not be an overtime.
No, Corbett.
Let's do
No, Corby.
it. No. Oh! Okay. And by this weekend, I mean.
We can just do Sunday. Yeah, Sunday is the weekend. Yeah.
I want to make a bet that I think there will be a trade in this league, and we can also exclude us before the end of the week because I think people are desperate. I think Adam's going to swindle somebody or something. He's going to text people or something before kickoff, before Sunday, like 1 o'clock. Much like mine. Do you guys think there'll be a trade?
And if there's a trade including us, then that doesn't count.
Yeah, that's a big hit for me.
That's a good wrinkle. Yeah.
Well, I feel like week 2 trades are very rare, or week 3. Week 3, I guess it's when trades start to kind of happen. But I feel like earlier season it's a little more rare. But I think yeah. That's if we don't count. Do you guys think there will be a trade?
I think I'm gonna say yes. There will be a trade.
Not involving us, really? Oh, I hope so. I'd love to next pod talk about some trades that happened.
I don't think that there will be a trade not involving us, and I am happy to. Colin, how do you feel?
No, I'm with you, Corby. I don't. Oh no, I said there will be.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm happy to.
Okay.
I'm happy to do the 2v1. It's fine. Corby, no!
I said there will be because I didn't think either of you guys would want to do it.
I don't think that there will be.
Yeah, I didn't think anyone would. I thought you guys would both be like, no, there
That's
won't.
the logical side.
Yeah.
But I think there's going to be some shakeups.
I hope that there is too, because then money well spent. Because I love extra content on this show as we go over the hour and a half long with threshold that people are.
No, not again.
All right, so I'll be with Fitzy. Is 2v1 it, Corby?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
There was a trade. I'm just kidding.
That would be hilarious.
That'd be really funny. That'd be very funny.
All right. So this next one is another fab bet. We love having a bet that has been resolved by the time our podcast goes live, so people know if we're schmucks or not. And mine's pretty simple. I'll tell you, as a person who needs to have a tight end on their roster, that I'm going to fall for it. I'm going to fall hard for it. I will be putting money on Evan Ingram. I think I'm going to win. I want you all to pick what the dollar amount for the second highest bid on Evan Ingram is going to be.
That's
We're going to do the same thing? Or should it...
If you want in on this, yeah, we can write down closest to the pin, and it's specifically for second place.
Okay. I need another piece of paper. Oh no, my desk is rising. What the fuck? Okay, Fitzy,
All right,
it's your
Colin.
you get to choose.
Colin, why don't you roll first here?
I got 7.
7, Corby?
I got 4.
You got 4? I think 46 will be the second highest number. So
That's insane.
46?
Nobody's going to pick that.
I think someone's going to bid 46. Hey, we'll see who's closest.
Oh my god, now I'm really curious as to how much you put on it.
Dude, how much you gonna spend on Evan Ingram? Holy shit, that's crazy.
We'll see.
Wow,
I think I
okay.
only got 27 on him. But listen, he's 91% owned. Like, people like me who are slow to adjust their priors from week 1 and week 2 think this guy's still worth something. So I'm prepared to take a 0 in my tight end spot for this week if I need to. Like I want to roster a guy whose name has the potential to Yahoo project me for 7. That's what I'm looking for.
I respect it. Good for you. Go for it. Anyone got anything else? Any more bets?
I have a bet.
Oh.
Is this a good one? Okay, you guys, Fitzy, you love to take the field, so I'm taking a risk here. I think you can take the whole field. You can take all 31 quarterbacks. I think Skylar Thompson will be the lowest scoring quarterback in the league this week.
Let's say barring injury, right? Like if someone gets injured on the first drive or gets pulled out of the game, like that, they get taken off of the field.
Oh, you're giving me like some.
I'm giving you something, yeah, because you're thinking to yourself, is this a good idea? And I do love taking.
That thought entered my mind, but what if Skylar Thompson gets like injured or pulled? Then like nullify or?
Then we double or nothing it for next week's Miami quarterback.
Tyler Snoop Huntley.
Yeah, they signed Snoop Huntley. Let's go.
Man,
He's on the Ravens practice squad. How crazy is that?
Yeah.
Even like their actual who do they have? They have somebody, don't they? Tyrod or something? No, that's
the Jets have Tyrod.
Mike White.
Well, no, Mike White is on the Bills practice squad. I know because I looked up where is Mike White after Tua went down.
Oh, Josh Johnson. Oh, the legendary NFL journeyman. Dude's been on like.
He's still on a team. What?
I can't believe
it's crazy.
that.
I remember he was in like NFL head coach 09 or whatever.
I know. I thought he retired like 4 years ago. That's crazy.
Nuts.
That is more surprising to me than knowing that Joe Flacco is in the league, and I'm not kidding. That is wild.
Yeah, Joe Flacco's making decent money this year.
Yeah.
Hopefully he'll get some run.
All right.
Oh,
so
no, for your sake. Yeah, go ahead.
Let's put that one in there. I like the field.
So obviously the days of my tight end is yours is over. I have Mark Andrews now, who's a nice name, although he hasn't been, it's only been 2 weeks. He did fine last week. But are you still interested in a Zach Ertz versus your tight end?
Here's the thing. I'm willing to bet this week. I'm willing to bet
Evan
that.
Ingram.
I love betting on the field. This is your chance to bet on the field. I bet that my tight end will be the lowest scoring position on my entire roster this week.
Oh man, that is tempting because like anything can happen. Defense could like get blown out. I don't know who you have, but yeah, it's.
I'll even give you if I get Evan Ingram and he doesn't play, and I start like if I get a 0 from a guy who's just out. Then the bet is null and void. That's the biggest way they can be the lowest. I think it's going to stop.
I'll take it. Sure, let's do it. Yeah, why not?
Colin's got the field.
All right. Well, let's shut the books. Let's shut the big book of bets before I run out of money and have to open my house as collateral. Whatever that saying is. I'd like to say thank you to everybody for always. Tuning in.
What? What? Corby, keep going.
I'd like to say thank you to everybody for listening as always. Fitzy, Colin, thank you so much for joining me. It's always great to talk to you guys and hang out with you guys, even if I'm a hater of Colin this week. I love you guys with all my heart. Tell your friends about us. And if you're listening to this, you're probably subscribed at this point. So tell your friends, tell your parents, tell your kids. Just tell everyone.
The road to 20 subscribers continues in week 3.
We will get to 20 eventually, and I don't even know 20 people, but we're gonna get there. Thank you so much as always. Tune in next week for another riveting episode. Will Fitzy go 3-0? Will Corby be 0-3? And will Colin still complain about losing? Find out next week on Why Do Boys Make Podcasts? As always, I am Corby.
I'm Fitzy.
And I'm Colin.
And gamers, game on.
Whatever it takes. I know if I hold out, if I do,
I am always 2 steps ahead. It's compelling. It's gripping. It's brilliant. And it's dangerous. So I am the villain.